Here's your KNDY updated weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeast Nebraska. I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs level off around 46. Today, under sunny skies, southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies again. Tonight, lows level off around 26. Daytime highs approaching 58. Tomorrow, bright sunshine. I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Right now, it's 21 degrees.
Kansas Mid-America Network News. I'm Andy Hoosier. Well, it's officially holiday season after Kansas Governor Laura Kelly officially lit the Christmas tree that is stationed in the middle of the Capitol building in Topeka, saying that it's a send-off to the holiday season and that she hopes that it's a symbol for everyone to have a wonderful holiday season with friends and family.
That they can have the kind of conversations that friends and family need to have in times like this, and find ways to heal any rifts that might be there, given the year that we've gone through, and enter the new year together as one.
That audio from WIBW News. In other news, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly has also directed the flags across the state to be lowered to half-staff by the weekend after signing an executive order yesterday saying that flags should be lowered on Saturday from sunup to sundown to honor those who have lost their lives when Pearl Harbor in Hawaii was attacked back on December 7th of 1941.
Professional excavators and homeowners, safety always comes first, and safe digging is no accident. So before you begin your next digging project, remember to call Kansas 811 to have your underground utility lines marked for free. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. So play it safe, put down the shovel, pick up the phone, and call 811 first. This message is brought to you by Kansas 811, reminding you that no matter if your digging project is big or small, don't make a judgment call. Always call 811 before you dig.
Fox Kansas News at 9. Join the award-winning Fox Kansas News team. The first on the air with world, state, and local news from the Wichita area you can trust. Get the first forecast of the night with accurate information to help you prepare for the day tomorrow. And stay up to date with the first sports scores from throughout the day for your favorite teams. Get all the news you need in a concise half hour at a convenient time. Fox Kansas News at 9. Your news, your time. Channel 24, Cox Cable Channel 4.
As you go through your holiday food shopping for the month of December, be aware after federal health officials ended up saying that cucumbers that were distributed to 25 different states, including here in the state of Kansas, have been recalled due to contamination concerns with salmonella. As KSN News reports, according to the Food and Drug Administration, they have reported the recall as of Thanksgiving Day last week in a press release saying that Sun-Fed Produce LLC, that's based out of Arizona, has recalled all sizes of their fresh American cucumber packages after the CDC warns of salmonella that can cause diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps. In other news, the Kansas Department of Agriculture is warning farmers across the state of Kansas and poultry producers specifically about the increase of the highly pathogenic avian influenza spreading around the state. They say the virus is being spread by waterfowl like ducks and geese and being spread to domesticated birds that include chickens that are susceptible to the virus. Kansas Mid-America Network News, I'm Andy Hoosier.
Ever wonder about the true cost of replacing your home and all its contents? Concerned about liability if someone gets injured on your property? It's time to address these crucial questions. At Blue Valley Insurance, we specialize in home protection. From theft and vandalism to fire and storms, we've got your back. Let's craft a personalized plan tailored to your unique needs. Visit us at Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville.
Nebraska Mid-America Network News. I'm Andy Hoosier. A task force that's looking to reduce a prison over in the state of Nebraska says that they are calling for a, quote, deeper dive type of investigation in ways to improve post-release supervision and reduce the number of inmates serving short-term sentences in the state. As according to the Nebraska Examiner, they say the Nebraska Sentencing Reform Task Force that was formed back in 2023 for criminal justice law has issued their annual report for the month of November, calling for more, quote, study of possible reforms with the intention of introducing proposals for the 2026 legislative session. According to the conversations within the task force, they say there have been multiple different ideas floated on how to solve the issue, with the legislature's Judiciary Committee saying that it has been long argued that doing nothing will mean the state will need to build not one, but two of the $350 million+ prisons to handle the anticipated increase of inmates by the year of 2030.
Every great sandwich should start with a great bread, which is why Mrs. Baird's puts as much care and pride into baking wholesome and delicious breads as you put into every sandwich. From toasted whole grains to natural honey and molasses, Mrs. Baird's breads are made from only the best stuff to fuel you and your family. So whether it's PB&J on whole grain white or turkey and Swiss on honey 7 grain, Mrs. Baird's has a delicious, nutritious bread to build it on. Mrs. Baird's, baking breads that taste great since 1908.
Reporting local news, I'm Bruce Dierking. U.S. Senator Roger Marshall questioned the Postmaster General on delays experienced across Kansas during a Senate Governmental Affairs hearing Thursday. As a member of this committee, Marshall has the oversight of the USPS and continues to push for meaningful reform to address mail delays. Marshall asked questions directly over concerns from constituents, including price increases despite a lack of improvement in customer service and slow mail deliveries in rural Kansas. A statewide survey found over half respondents felt their mail service was unreliable. 70% reported mail delays within the past year. An injury accident in Nemaha County was reported November 26th. Dylan R. Castor, age 30, of Centralia, lost control on K71 west of N Road. 2 passengers in the vehicle were transported to Nemaha Valley Community Hospital. A Lawrence man killed Saturday morning west of Fairview had local connections. 35-year-old William Novotny was a 2008 Marysville High graduate and the son of Larry and Kathy Novotny of Oquito. A structure fire in Wymore late Tuesday evening resulted in significant damage to the city shop building at 6th and D Street, with fire departments from Wymore, Blue Springs, and Barnston responding. Some vehicles and parts stored were damaged, although the structure was saved. Smoke and heat damage was reported throughout the building. A busy weekend for Christmas community activities. Pony Express Partnership for Children annual breakfast with Santa is Saturday at the Lincoln Center in Marysville from 8 to 10 a.m. with a free will pancake breakfast open to the public, and Santa will greet the kids. Small Business Saturday and Christmas opening are planned in Marysville, with a hometown Christmas Saturday to include outdoor games, activities, and a costume contest for Elf, King and Queen, dog costume contest, Santa's Parade Saturday at 2. The historic courthouse in Marysville and the Kester House will feature a Christmas opening from 10 to 2, plus a live nativity is planned at the Kester House Sunday from noon to 5 with camel rides, and the foundation is selling raffle tickets for nativity sets. The annual North Park Christmas next Sunday, December 15th, beginning at 5 p.m. in Marysville. Washington celebrates Christmas Saturday from 9 to 2 with business open house and vendors downtown. Santa's arrival planned at 2. 44th annual Santa's Gifts and Goodies Craft Fair at the Washington East Elementary Gym Saturday runs 8:30 until 2. Lynn will host a small-town Christmas celebration Saturday beginning 10 a.m. in the high school gym with story time, Santa's arrival at 10:15, and a soup dinner following at 10:30, open to the public. 4th annual Frankfurt Hometown Festival is Saturday, featuring local and home-based business specials throughout the downtown from 10 to 4. Santa arrives at 10:30, and a festival of trees will be highlighted at the Frankfurt EMS station from 10 to 2. Axtell Community will host a soup dinner Saturday beginning 11 a.m. Santa arrives at 1. Christmas on Commercial Street in Waterville is Saturday. Mrs. Claus story time at the library begins at 3:30. Christmas wagon rides at 4. Kids' crafts and activities planned along Commercial Street Saturday from 4 to 6. Santa cruise through town at 4:30 with Santa arriving downtown at 5. A free will barbecue meatball dinner at the Community Center in Waterville begins at 5:30 with drawings at 5:30, 6, and 6:30 for hams, turkeys, and Waterville bucks. Palmer Community Christmas is Sunday. Kids' activities begin at 4, a soup dinner at 5 at the Palmer Cafe, and tree lighting downtown at 5:30. The Astra's 10th Annual Holiday Lighting Parade is Saturday evening beginning at 5:30. This year's theme, Candy Christmas. Many other events planned throughout the day. Hanover Hospital Foundation hosting a benefit soup lunch Sunday, 11 to 1, at the Kloppenberg Center in Hanover. And Christmas cantatas planned Sunday, 2 p.m. at the Methodist Church in Marysville at 15th and North Street. Axtell Ecumenical Christmas Choir will perform Sunday evening at 7 at St. Michael's Catholic Church in Axtell. Lonnie D. Meyer, age 61, formerly of Blue Springs, passed away December 3rd. Funeral service is planned Wednesday, 11 a.m. at the Wymore Church of Christ. Interment in the Blue Springs Cemetery, slated for January 31st, with a visitation Monday from 1 until 8. Family will greet friends from 6 until 8. Then a visitation again Tuesday from 10 to 5. Hathel Laughlin Hovitt Funeral Home in Wymore in charge of arrangements for Lonnie Meyer. He had served as Blue Springs mayor for 25 years. On the Marshall County Senior Citizens Lunch menu today, ham with sweet potatoes, peas and pearl onions, and peaches. Monday's menu, a hamburger, tater tots, coleslaw, and pineapple. KNDY News time is 7:14.
United Bank and Trust has been fulfilling the banking needs of families and businesses in Northeast Kansas for decades. United Bank and Trust is always advancing and is excited to introduce a tablet banking app. Simply search UBT Tablet in the App Store and download. Enjoy banking on your tablet from anywhere. It's a mobile fast world, and so is United Bank and Trust. The bank for your future. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Holiday open house at United Bank and Trust in Marysville today, 9 to 4. At the Washington, location 8:30 until 4. And in Lynn today from 9 until 4.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for Northeast Kansas and Southeast Nebraska. Sunshine today with our highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Clear skies overnight tonight with our lows in the mid to upper 20s. Sunny and even warmer throughout Saturday with our highs in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Southwest winds between 5 and 10 and gusting as high as 20. The mostly clear skies on a Saturday night with our lows in the lower to mid 30s. Still warmer throughout Sunday. Some sunshine with our highs in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Southwest winds between 5 and 15 and gusting as high as 25. Then clear skies throughout Sunday night with our lows in the upper 20s and lower 30s. More sunshine continues into Monday with our highs in the mid 40s and lower 50s. Then mostly cloudy skies throughout Monday night with our lows in the lower to upper 20s. Cooler again by Tuesday, some sunshine with our highs in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Then mostly clear skies throughout Tuesday night with our lows in the upper teens and lower 20s. Still staying sunny by Wednesday with our highs in the lower to upper 40s and partly cloudy skies throughout Wednesday night with our lows in the upper teens and lower 20s. I'm meteorologist Kara Foster.
Average high temperature, early December 46, record high on this date 77. The average low 25 and the record low is -5. Sunrise this morning 7:33, sunset this evening at 5:04. It's 27 degrees. That's a check of the morning news and weather for this Friday, the 6th of December. KNDY News Time 7:16. I'm Bruce Dierking reporting.
The Christmas festivities continue with Christmas on Commercial in downtown Waterville on Saturday. Nicole Porter talks about this wonderful event and what you can do.
So our Christmas on Commercial Street event is Waterville's annual Christmas event. It is Saturday, December 7th, and downtown Waterville. The event will start at 3:30 with Mrs. Claus story time at the library. The children's activity stations will start and run from 4 to 6, and these are anywhere from making a little craft to a little treat station, all kinds of different activities for the kids to do. And they are sponsored by different businesses in Waterville. We will also be having the Christmas horse-drawn wagon rides, which start at 4 as well. Also, again, this year, Santa is going to take a cruise through Waterville. We'll have that route posted on our Waterville Community Connections Facebook page. And he is starting his cruise at 4:30. He will arrive at the community center at 5 and go into the community center for pictures with the kids and to talk to them. And then we will have our dinner starting at 5:30. This year we've kind of changed up the menu a little bit. We're going to do barbecue meatballs, mac and cheese, salad, and a dessert. It is all free will donation. And during the meal time, we will have drawings for hams, turkeys, and Waterville bucks. And those drawings will be at 5:30 6 and 6:30, and you do have to be present to win.
Christmas on Commercial is Saturday, December 7th in downtown Waterville, starting at 3:30.
Hey, customers, your holiday meals deserve the best. This year, stop in and see me, Tony, the Meat Man, and the rest of the crew at Tony's Meat Market in Marysville.
Always fresh prime rib roast, chuck roast, steaks with top quality seafood including lobster tails, shrimp, scallops, and more. Snacker and sandwich party trays available. Don't forget, Tony's Meat Market gift certificates make perfect stocking stuffers.
Open Tuesday through Saturday. Stop by and let us get your holiday parties kicked off right.
I'm Christine Lisi. What a way for NFL Week 14 to kick off tonight. A pair of NFC North rivals face off when the Lions welcome the Packers. Detroit's won 10 straight, leads the NFC at 11-1, and can clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight. Green Bay's won 5 consecutive division games, is third in the NFC North, 2 back of the Lions, and 6th in the conference. The Packers certainly cannot afford to lose tonight, explains ESPN NFL analyst and ESPN Radio's Freddie and Harry co-host, Harry Douglas.
When you look at Green Bay, they've already lost to the Detroit Lions in their own division. They've already lost to the Minnesota Vikings in their division. They've already lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC. So the 3 teams that are ahead of Green Bay right now, they're 0-3 against. Also, in those 3 matchups, Jordan Love has thrown 5 interceptions. But we judge quarterbacks off of what? December, January, February football. And that's when Jordan Love has to show up his best. So that's why they pay him, 4 years, $220 million, which is $55 million per year. For these moments, these games like tonight in your own division versus the best team in the NFL.
Harry Douglas on ESPN's Get Up. NBA Warriors tonight will again be without stars Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Curry's not playing against the Rockets because of bilateral knee injury management. Green is sidelined by left calf soreness. After 6 losses in 8 games by an average of more than 21 points, LeBron James is preaching patience for the Lakers. He says they'll need to stay even-keeled, never get too high or too low. Anthony Davis, meantime, aiming for LA's turnaround to start tomorrow against an Atlanta team riding a 5-game winning streak. The agent for Chris Middleton told ESPN's Bobby Marks the Bucks forward will return from off-season surgery on both ankles and make his season debut tomorrow night against the Celtics. The WNBA's newest team revealed its name and logo today, the Toronto Tempo. Canada's first WNBA team will begin play in the 2026 season.
At Harbor Freight, our low prices make us the place for gifts that keep on giving. Because when you give the gift of quality tools, you're giving someone the ability to fix, restore, and build for years to come. And with savings like these, you can even get something for yourself. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Stop by and give yourself the gift of great prices.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Marysville Bulldog Basketball Friday night at Sabetha, live on AM 1570, FM 94.1, on air online and on our mobile app.
From ABC News, Wall Street now. Stocks came down from their records as traders anticipate tomorrow's November jobs report. The Dow lost 248 points, the S&P dipped 11, and the Nasdaq gave up 35. Most of the action was actually in the crypto market after Bitcoin surpassed $100,000. American Airlines soared 17% after saying it's making more revenue in the last quarter of 2024 than expected. Semiconductor supplier Synopsys lost more than 12% after giving a revenue forecast that fell short of some analyst estimates, pointing to continued macro uncertainties. American Eagle Outfitters fell 14% after the retailer said it's preparing for potential choppiness outside of peak selling periods. 8 members of the oil-producing countries in OPEC have decided to put off increasing oil production early next year, pointing to weaker than expected demand and competing production. Michelle Franzen, AP.
Attention farmers and livestock owners. Looking for top quality feed and essential supplies for your animals? Look no further than Home City Grain. Offering a wide variety of feed options for small and large livestock, as well as Smart Lick tubs, perfect for providing essential nutrients to your herd. Contact Home City Grain today at 785-799-3326 or find them online at homecitygrain.com for up-to-the-minute grain bids, weather outlook, and more.
Ag News from the Mid-America Ag Network. I'm Andy Hoosier. It's time again for another Steckline Report.
Well, we've got an aid package circulating on the Hill back in Washington to help agricultural areas that are in big trouble. No doubt about that. And when we first heard about it, we were excited about it. And to be honest about it, I still am. It can turn out to be a lifesaver for a lot of our farmers. In fact, a banker's survey just released says 42% of the farmers are going to lose money this year. 42%. Just as well say half, because they didn't count them all, in my opinion. So what's going to happen? Well, first of all, the negative of that is if bankers think that, how much more money are they going to loan you than they did last year? That's a laughing stock. They're going to cut back, friends. So that's going to make it tougher to make a living this year of 2025 when you don't have more money to expand or to keep going what you've got going. So it's a big deal. We've got a bunch of people that want to help, and I like that. I feel better about what's happening here with this aid package than I ever thought I would with the people that we've got representing us back there. We won't get into that. But in any event, one of the things now that bothers us is that a lot of the people there that are in charge of putting this aid package together are worried more about the hurricane problems than the agricultural financial problems. That's just surfacing. And so consequently, that has to be changed. I hope we've got some people back there that can get her done. This market disaster has got to play into us getting help back in this part of the country.
From Kansas State University, this is Agriculture Today. I'm Shelby Varner. Wild turkey numbers across the United States have been on the decline for a number of years, says K-State wildlife specialist Drew Ricketts. He shares the results of a study recently conducted that examined the forces impacting turkey populations.
The normal harvest date in Tennessee where they were at, or the initiation of hunting season, is the beginning of April. And for several years in several counties prior to the initiation of any treatments, they looked at clutch size, the number of hens producing clutches, survivability, all kinds of the female and chick side of turkey production before any treatments were applied. And then in half of the counties that they were looking at, they delayed hunting season by about 2 weeks. In the other half of the counties, they didn't make any changes. So with that shift of initiating hunting to the middle of April rather than the beginning of April, they saw no changes in the number of chicks that were recruited into populations, the hatchability of chicks, clutch sizes, the number of hens nesting, and those sorts of things.
Ricketts relays background information on another turkey research project.
This is a different study that encompassed several states in the southeastern U.S. Both of these studies were conducted across a number of years with big sample sizes, so they're really robust results. And the big question here is harvest of turkeys additive to natural causes of mortality, or would we actually see that by harvesting some individuals, then we see the natural mortality from different causes go down so that the losses to hunting are actually compensated for, and we see no change in overall survival of turkeys in that population?
He explains the conclusions drawn from this study.
In populations of turkeys that were hunted, adult male survival, and that's important to mention, they were looking at adult male survival and juvenile male survival. They found that in hunted populations, survival of adult males was about 54%, and survival of juvenile males was about 86%. When they compared that to turkeys in non-hunted populations, they saw that adult male survival was 83%. And so what that basically told them was that hunting mortality for adult male turkeys is additive to natural causes rather than being compensated for by reductions in natural causes.
That was Kansas State University wildlife specialist Drew Ricketts with information on 2 studies looking at wild turkey populations in the U.S. I'm Shelby Varner, and this has been Agriculture Today over the K-State Radio Network.
The Manhattan Commission Company, Manhattan, Kansas, will be holding a special stock cow sale Wednesday, December the 11th, starting at 11 a.m. on the cow-calf pairs, followed by the breeding bulls, bred heifers, and the spring calving cows. Consignments include 37 choice Red Angus Charolais Cross AI bred heifers for mid-February calving. There will be 50 fancy Angus and black white-faced bred heifers. They're bred low birth weight Angus bulls for February-March calves. Be 42 fancy Sim Angus heifers. They're AI bred for February 10th calves. We will have over 300 black white-faced, and Red Angus and Charolais Cross cows. They're 3 to 8 years old. They're bred for February to April calving. Plus 175 black white-faced, and Red Angus fall calving cow-calf pairs. They're 2 to 7 years old. They'll have September to November calves by side. Breeding bulls offered include 6 red and black Simmental and 1 Angus bull. They're 22 to 24 months of age. For more information on this special cow sale, Wednesday, December the 11th, starting at 11 a.m. at the Manhattan Commission Company, please call 800-834-1029 or check our website at mcclivestock.com.
It's 7:30 from KNDY, 21 degrees with a weekend warm-up ahead. Middle 40s, still seasonal highs today. 60 perhaps Saturday, Sunday.
A majority of us rank Friday as a favorite day of the week, but you might be surprised at how we really feel about Monday. A closer look on the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report.
If you're a farmer or rancher, chances are you've thought about joining Kansas Farm Bureau. So, what's stopping you? Your membership gives you access to the state's largest and most influential advocacy organization, the Voice of Agriculture in Topeka, Washington, D.C., and counties across the state. You'll also be helping build strong, prosperous communities through agriculture advocacy and education. Join us today. Visit kfb.org/farmer-rancher to learn more.
In August of last year, Kansan Audra Clark was involved in a motor vehicle accident. While she only suffered some bumps and bruises, scan results indicated she had 2 masses on her brain. She is the single mother of 4 beautiful children, and her quest continues to become a registered nurse. We ask for your prayers for Audra, and if you would, please donate to assist her in this medical fight. Visit Audra Support Squad on Facebook. That is Audra Support Squad. Again, Audra Support Squad. This message of support is organized by Justin Clark and Lindsay Meyer. With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Friday, December 6th, the 341st day of the year. Jazz legend Dave Brubeck was born on this day in 1900, and Army engineers completed construction of the Washington Monument 140 years ago today. Chances are you've heard TGIF a time or two already today, and for good reason. Mood tracking research indicates that Friday is really one of the happiest days of the week, second only to Saturday on the joy meter. Sunday, as you might expect, has also a high happiness factor. There's also a surprising revelation about Monday. It isn't the most dreaded day of the week. Many people actually welcome a return to routine or simply experience lingering euphoria from the weekend. That is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. Learn more at almanac.com.
Mid-American Network Sports, I'm Doug Downs. The Wichita State volleyball team went to the postseason for the NCAA for the first time since 2017. They played it last night in the opening round against SMU. It did not go good for the Shockers. They lost all 3 sets. The Shockers lost the first set 28-26, the second set 25-17, and the third set 25-14. Wichita State finished their season at 18-14. Thursday night football in the NFL. It was the Detroit Lions with a walk-off field goal to defeat the Green Bay Packers 34-31. The Lions now have opened up a 3-game lead over the Packers in the NFC North. They still lead the Vikings by 1. Detroit and Kansas City hold the best records in football, both with just 1 loss on the season. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs will take on a division rival in the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chiefs are a 4-point favorite in that game. They kick off a Sunday night. This is Mid-American Network Sports.
Friday night basketball tip-offs, Marysville girls and boys at Sabetha. Broadcast live on AM 1570, FM 94.1, on air online, and on our mobile app. Hanover tips off season at Thayer Central. Frankfort entertains Pawnee City. Centralia's at Nemaha Central. Diller Odell home to HTRS. And Southern is host to Palmyra. Thursday night basketball tip-offs in girls action. Valley Heights took Marysville 59-51. Frankfort girls fell to Lord Central Catholic 30-22. Lynn over Onega 59-37. Diller Odell girls took Pawnee City 62-24. In boys action, Marysville bested Valley Heights 54-40. Frankfort tripped Lord Central Catholic 48-23. And Pawnee City topped Diller Odell 57-40.
The 2024-25 high school basketball season got started on a Thursday night from Valley Heights as in-county rivals Marysville and Valley Heights squared off to kick off this season. In the girls' contest, the Valley Heights Mustangs were victorious 59-51 over the Bulldogs, led in part by Ava Smith's 26 game-high points, leading the Mustangs to a 1-0 start. Meanwhile, Marysville starts off 0-1. On the boys' contest, it was Willow Todd leading the way for the Marysville Bulldogs, as he did last year. 31 points for the senior leader, 14 of those in the third quarter, as Marysville shot 26 free throws, made 19 of them, as the boys start the season off 1-0 with a 54-40 win over the Valley Heights boys. Again, the Marysville girls fall at Valley Heights 59-51. Ava Smith leading the way for the Mustangs with 26. Meanwhile, the Marysville boys start the season 1-0 under 31 points from Willow Todd as they pick up a win over Valley Heights 54-40. Reporting for KNDY Sports, this is Max Blasky.
On the farm from dawn till dusk, hard-working hands tend to the land, equipment, and the animals. But your hard work deserves a little relaxation, too. Visit the Nebraska Ag Expo, December 10th through the 12th at Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. See all the latest ag innovations in livestock and equipment, precision ag, drone, and AI tech, crop inputs, grain storage, and more. Take a break from the daily grind and recharge at the Nebraska Ag Expo. You deserve it. Sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
KNDY.